Scout Automobile, welcome to back. Close your eyes and imagine a machine that does not simply arrive on the road but takes control of it the moment it appears. A machine that does not need permission to be noticed because its presence alone changes the atmosphere around it. Today we are stepping into that kind of machine, the 2026 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. A name that does not just represent a car but represents a full identity of raw American muscle power. This is not a vehicle built for silence or subtlety. It is built for emotion, for aggression, for performance that speaks louder than words. The Challenger Hellcat has always carried a reputation of being untamed, and the 2026 version continues that legacy with even more refinement, even more strength, and even more attitude. When you first see it standing still, it does not look like it is resting. It looks like it is waiting for the moment the driver decides to unleash everything hidden inside. The front stance is low, wide, and intimidating. The grille sits like a dark opening, almost like the face of something that does not smile but stares. The air intakes are not decorative, they are functional reminders that this machine breathes differently. The headlights are sharp and focused, giving the car a kind of visual intensity that feels almost alive. When they turn on, it feels like the car has just opened its eyes. Everything in the front design is intentional. Nothing is soft, nothing is casual. It is all purpose-driven aggression wrapped in metal. Not now. Imagine walking closer toward the front. You begin to notice the surface details. The hood is sculpted with power in mind. It rises slightly in the center, not for style, but for the massive force sitting underneath it. The hood vents are placed like pressure release points, allowing heat and energy to escape. Even when the car is not moving, it feels like something inside is alive and waiting to explode forward, but moved slightly toward the front left angle. And the Challenger Hellcat starts to show its real character. From this view, the long muscular body becomes more visible. The wheel arches are not just round shapes, they are tension points filled with performance intent. The tires sit deeply inside them like they are gripping the ground, even while standing still. The alloy wheels carry a design that feels both modern and aggressive. They are not there just to rotate, they are there to support speed, stability, and control. Every inch of the front left side tells you that this is not a regular road car. This is a machine that was born for straight-line dominance and corner confidence. Now shift to the front right side and the symmetry of design becomes even more obvious. The Challenger Hellcat does not have weak angles. Every side is equally strong, equally bold. The body lines flow from front to rear like stretched muscle fibers. The doors are thick and solid, giving a feeling of safety mixed with aggression. The mirrors are compact but purposeful, shaped to reduce drag and maintain focus on performance. As you move along the side profile, you start to understand that this car is not about complicated design language. It is about one clear message: power in its purest form. The roofline gently slopes toward the rear, giving it a fastback style that improves aerodynamics while maintaining its classic muscle car identity. Now step inside and everything changes instantly. The outside world disappears for a moment and you enter a space that feels both modern and driver-focused. The cabin of the 2026 Dodge Challenger Hellcat is not overly complicated, but it is intelligently designed. It wraps around the driver like a control center built for performance. The seats are deeply sculpted, designed to hold the driver firmly during acceleration. They are not just seats for comfort, they are performance seats that understand movement. The leather finish is premium, soft where it needs to be, firm where support matters most. Stitching details run across the interior, giving it a handcrafted feel. When you sit inside, the first thing you notice is the steering wheel. It is thick, solid, and built for control. It does not feel light or artificial. It feels like something you can trust at high speed. Behind it sits a digital cluster that displays everything from speed to engine performance data in real time. It is not just information, it is communication between driver and machine. In the center of the dashboard, the infotainment system brings modern technology into this muscle car world. Navigation, drive modes, performance settings, and connectivity are all integrated into one interface. It responds quickly and smoothly, giving the driver full control without distraction. But even with all this technology, the Challenger Hellcat never loses its raw identity. It does not feel like a digital gadget. It still feels mechanical, still feels powerful, still feels connected to traditional muscle car roots. Now move toward the rear left side of the car. Here the design language shifts slightly but stays aggressive. The taillights are iconic in shape, glowing with a signature style that immediately identifies the car even from a distance. They are not just lights, they are part of the identity. The rear stance is wide and planted. It gives the impression that the car is pushing itself into the ground for maximum grip. The bumper design is strong and functional, with aerodynamic elements that help stability at high speed. The exhaust outlets sit at the back like a warning sign, ready to release the true sound of this machine. And that sound is something that cannot be described easily. When the engine starts, it is not a gentle ignition. It is a deep, powerful roar that fills the environment. It vibrates through the ground and into the air. It is not just noise, it is character. It is emotion translated into sound waves. Now move to the rear right side and the balance of design becomes even clearer. Every angle of the car supports its performance identity. The rear diffuser helps manage airflow. The body shape reduces unnecessary drag. Everything is aligned towards speed, stability, and control. Under the hood is where the true heart of the Challenger Hellcat exists. This is not just an engine, it is a supercharged performance unit designed for extreme output. When it wakes up, the entire car feels alive. There is a sense of controlled chaos inside it. Power is always ready, but always managed by advanced engineering systems. When you press the accelerator, the response is immediate. There is no delay, no hesitation. The car moves forward with force that pushes you back into your seat. Acceleration is not just fast, it is overwhelming in a controlled way. It feels like time itself slows down while everything around you speeds up. On open roads, this machine transforms completely. It is no longer just a car, it becomes an experience. Every straight road becomes an opportunity. Every sound of the engine becomes part of the drive. Every shift in speed becomes emotional. But what makes the 2026 Dodge Challenger Hellcat special is not just power. It is balance. Despite its extreme performance, it still offers control systems that help the driver manage everything. Traction control, stability assistance, drive modes, braking systems all work together to keep the experience intense but safe. In normal driving conditions, it can behave calmly. It can cruise without effort. But the moment the driver demands performance, it responds like a completely different machine. This dual personality is what makes it unique. At night, the car looks even more dramatic. Under streetlights, the body reflects light in sharp angles. The silhouette becomes more aggressive. The headlights cut through darkness like focused beams of intent. The taillights glow like warning signals fading into distance. People do not just see this car, they react to it. Heads turn automatically. Attention follows it naturally. Because it does not try to blend in, it is designed to stand out inside the cabin during night driving. The ambient lighting creates a modern atmosphere. Soft illumination highlights the interior shapes without distracting the driver. Everything feels futuristic, yet connected to muscle car heritage. And then there is the emotional side of driving this machine. It is not just about speed. It is about feeling connected to something powerful. It is about understanding what raw engineering feels like when it is not restricted. It is about experiencing a machine that was built to challenge limits instead of following them. The steering feedback, the engine response, the road presence, everything works together to create a driving experience that is not forgettable. It stays with you. The 2026 Dodge Challenger Hellcat is not designed to be perfect in a traditional sense. It is designed to be powerful. It is designed to be memorable. It is designed to carry a personality that cannot be replicated easily. It represents a category of machines that are becoming rare in a world moving toward silence and efficiency. This car still believes in sound, in vibration, in emotion, in raw mechanical expression. And that is what makes it special, because when you drive it, you are not just driving a car. You are experiencing a legacy of muscle, a modern evolution of power, and a reminder that some machines are built not to be subtle but to be unforgettable. Scout Automobile, welcome to back.